All right, I guess we have to address current events and R.I.P. Robert Redford. Jeez, I tell you, that's just a very sad thing that happens when somebody dies and they're 89 years old in Park City, Utah, or wherever he was.
Yeah, you really hadn't heard anything about him lately. I mean, he was kind of in and out of the news there for a while. When he kind of like semi-retired, you'd still kind of hear from him once in a while, but he just kind of faded out, man. And I to be honest, I'd kind of forgotten he was still around. I mean, I don't mean to sound callous about it, but that just, when I was like, oh God, I kind of forgot about old Robert Redford, man.
Him and his buddy, Paul Newman, I think, at one point in time in the mid-'70s could have had any woman they wanted to.
You think so?
And I don't think they really enjoyed the fruits of all that. I think they just were kind of like faithful to one woman,
Well, I don't know about you, but the three dudes that I remember who were just like, when I say child, like preteen era, like when I'm learning about actors and actresses and stuff, the three guys I remember in that category that you're just talking about with Paul Newman and Robert Redford were those two and Steve McQueen. Those three were just, I don't know, I put them in the same kind of level or category or whatever.
McQueen's a weird guy because he never probably should have been a star. He's a good-looking guy, but I think he's like 5'6" or 5'5", tiny fella, right?
Yeah. Kind of. He probably had a little Napoleon complex going on,
Well, he used to like to show his penis off apparently to people, like on the set and stuff like that. Yeah, he used to like to there's a picture where they just pull it out, and he was kind of, I don't know, very.
I was looking at Facebook and I saw a picture. I forgot what. I don't follow the page. It's one of those pages that came up on my whatever feed that I don't follow, but it was a cool ass picture. I should have sent it to you, man. It was really that cool. It was like on the set of the Magnificent Seven, I think, and it showed McQueen playing cards, I don't know, poker or whatever, with Yul Brynner, and in the background Charles Bronson's watching them, just watching. And I was like, God dang, that's such a badass picture right there.
It's only been in the last year that I saw The Great Escape.
Really?
Yeah, one of the great ensemble movies of all time. A young James Garner in that film,
Yes.
One of the first big movies that James Garner ever did. So yeah, that was a very. So if you haven't seen it, R.I.P. Robert Redford. No, it was 6 days ago that Charlie Kirk was murdered in Utah in front of the entire world, and I've stayed off social media, and I've been trying to cool down the temperature because the temperature is pretty hot right now. Unlike Donald John Trump Sr., I've been trying to.
You talking about the president of the United States of America? That guy.
That guy. Oh. I have been taking the tact of if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. But apparently that also indicts you. People are able to assign whatever they want to, whatever behavior they want to you, and then they can criticize you for the behavior they have assigned to you, but you haven't really demonstrated. So I can assure you that there were no Charlie Kirk is dead parties at my house. We did not have a 6-foot sub. We were not popping champagne corks. We did not play Le Freak by Chic. I was not happy about this. I have not been happy in any way about the death of Charlie Kirk. I see no positive to it in any way, shape, or form. I didn't like 99.9% of the shit that he said. I didn't like it. But I don't think it should have been a death sentence. I really don't. I also don't think it should be a death sentence if you're 8 years old to go to school in Uvalde, Texas, or if you're 6 years old to go to school at Sandy Hook, or if you're 15 years old to go to Parkland High School, or if you're 15 years old to go to Columbine High School. I also don't think it should be a death sentence if you're 30 years old and you go to Temple in Pittsburgh, or you're 52 years old and you go to church in Charleston, South Carolina, or if you're 20 years old and you go to a country music festival in Las Vegas. See that? You see what I did? I think you're smelling you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, man, you're cooking hard here.
I think all of that is tragic. I think it's silly to go on to social media and try to fan the flames. So I haven't done that. But please, whatever you do, don't look at the guns. It's definitely not the guns, even though that is the common factor in every one of those situations that I just described, and about 1,000 more that I didn't. So I don't dare look at the guns. But again, you're in trouble if you say something. You're in trouble if you don't say something. And you're in trouble if you don't have a subjective amount of performative grief. If you don't cry enough, if I cry on this podcast, if I open up and I cry for 2 minutes about Charlie Kirk, why wasn't it 4? If it was 4, why wasn't it 8? If it was 8, why wasn't it 20? You see that? You see what I'm doing here? You see what the trap that they get you in? You see, this is what's going on. So again, I'm not happy about it. I didn't like Charlie Kirk. I think it's very sad that there are 2 small children that will never know their father. That's inexcusable. And I don't feel like I need to go out to a vigil and break it up and start screaming and burning stuff. I don't feel like I need to do that. I don't. I just don't. I also don't quite understand why there are all of these vigils all over the place and there wasn't similar vigils to all the kids at Sandy Hook or all the kids at Parkland or all the other. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. But for God's sakes, don't attack the guns. Now, I did see this note. The guy who tried to throw police off the scent at the scene. He said that he did it. He didn't actually do it. And they found some kiddie porn. I don't even like using that word because that kind of makes it sound cute, you know?
Yeah.
When you say it's kiddie porn.
Yeah, it's like a kiddie ride at a fair or something.
It's like, I don't like the word rape. I don't like it modified by the word date in front of it. It's just rape. It's just rape. I'm sorry. I don't like when you call it date. Oh, that's kind of cool. They went to karaoke and then
I don't demeans it a little bit. Yeah. That's
so the guy's name is George Zinn. He's 71 years old, and he turned himself in so he can give the shooter more time. He realized what has happened. And he goes, "Oh, I like this. Hang on, I'm going to surrender myself to the cops, so that'll give this Tyler Robinson guy a little more time to get away." Right? So the guy turns himself in, and they found some child pornography apparently on his computer. So he's a pedophile. So I know that he has a great friend in Kash Patel, who apparently is the defender of pedophiles in America, the most incompetent FBI director we've ever had. Apparently he's got, because that's his brand. That's what Kash Patel apparently does now, is that he goes to bat for pedophiles. So George Zinn can go to sleep tonight knowing that he's in big trouble, but he's got a friend in Kash Patel. Now, please, somebody take me to HR for that. Please, somebody report me to HR for that and let me be on the side of the victims and let you try to punch your way out of that bag. I am begging you.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe there's a number they can call if they have a problem with that.
That's exactly. If you want to get in touch with my HR or my supervisor, I'm going to give you the number right now. I hope you have a pen and paper handy.
Get a pen and paper, folks.
This is like Sally Struthers for the shit. Like, get a pen and paper ready. It's 1-800-FUCK-ALL-THE-WAY-OFF. 1-800-FUCK-ALL-THE-WAY-OFF. Operators are standing by. Now, let's get back to talking about Lola Vice's butt. No,
please.
Which we will. Now, did you want to say anything? Because I kind of ranted for a few minutes. We talked about this on Sunday, and we were kind of getting our feelings together. Because again, people have just been, I think, waiting in the bushes for guys like us to go, "Come on, say something, say something, say, go ahead, say something." And we've just been over here, like, people are a little sensitive right now, so I'm going to stand back. But again, that's not acceptable either.
Yeah, it's a no-win. It's a I don't know. It's a catch-22 basically, but you can't. There's just no winning or involved in it. But whatever, everything you said, I couldn't say anything else any more, any less. You said it perfectly as far as what my feelings are. Pretty much, exactly the same there. So there you go. I did figure out one thing though. I did out of all this that you and I. Are we not are we considered podcasters?
Yeah, we're podcasters.
Do you have to have okay, we're podcast.
There's no license. There's no they don't give you a plaque. There's nothing like that. No, you just turn on the camera or you turn on a microphone and you go to town. And we've been doing it for 11 years now.
So that means we're kind of almost overqualified to be FBI director, right?
Swear to God.
I'm just going by what I'm seeing here.
There's a level of incompetence in this cabinet that's amazing, but Kash Patel right at the top. And I say that not lightly. I say that without, you have to really examine the guy they hired to be in charge of the Department of Defense, which up until recently was the greatest bureaucracy in the world. And I'm not just, it really was large budget, many employees. That guy not only was the Fox and Friends host, not even the host on the regular weekday. He's the junior varsity guy on the weekend, right?
I was a weekend guy at the #1 radio station around here. Can I get something like that?
You should be in charge of the FCC right now.
There you go.
This is the guy who would tell you, hey, how to freshen up your margarita game for Labor Day next on Fox and Friends Weekend. That's the guy. That's the guy who's in charge of the Department of War. Because calling it the
what?
Department of War. As opposed to the Department of Whores, which I think maybe the department that Lauren Boebert is in charge of. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey-oh.
Again, 1-800 fuck all the way off. If you'd like to complain about that particular one.
Operators are standing by.
Cash Patel, and if anybody who loved Charlie Kirk had a Charlie Kirk poster on their wall, if they're being honest with their own emotions, they would go, this guy has fucked up this investigation 6 ways till Sunday. He has not done a damn thing right about this thing. Him and his buddy Dan Bongino, I don't know.
He was a podcaster too, wasn't he?
Podcaster as well, and had a talk show, and may or may not stick needles in his ass. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah.
1-800 fuck all the way off. They've done. If you're being completely, you can hate every liberal in America and think that Charlie Kirk is, Charlie Kirk is the greatest thing since Jesus came to earth. It's fine. You should admit to yourself that Cash Patel has fucked up this investigation and is completely incompetent. Without the family of this Tyler Robinson guy, he's probably still in the wind. He's probably they're probably no closer to finding this guy than, as my dear departed grandfather would say, the man in the moon. He'd probably still be out there with, and this guy, this kid, not a criminal mastermind. Not the greatest criminal mastermind of all time.
Doesn't come across that way at all, no.
Basically telegraphed to his buddies on Discord that he was going to do it. And then made jokes about, oh, it's my doppelganger. It's a guy who looks exactly like me. And yet he was able to outsmart, I don't know, America's 398th most popular podcaster, Cash Patel. I don't know. Here's the sad thing. If you replace him, like, the guy that comes in after him, if it's Bongino or somebody else, that guy's probably even more incompetent than Cash Patel. There's a possibility.
Oh, you can do that with any person in office anywhere in the government. Yeah, the next person in line is shitty as the first one. So yeah,
in this cabinet for sure. Like, who do you get if it's not Pete Hegseth, who was the junior varsity guy on Fox? Like, who? I don't even know. Like, is there an intern? Is there a guy that's emptying trash cans up at the Fox Tower? The guy that like sweeps John Hannity's driveway? Oh, guess what, buddy? Oh, by the way, I hope he's legal. Hope he's not an illegal alien. Would you like to be in charge of a multi-billion-dollar business or a multi-billion-dollar department with branches around the world? They had one of those ICE advertisements on NXT.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw two.
Did you see that?
Of them. Yes.
Did you see that? That's great. Hey, if you're ex-law enforcement, you'd like to beat up some brown people, give us a call. I mean, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I've never. It's just amazing, man. Amazing.
I think of Belkish listening to this, and things aren't great in France right now, but he's like, oh my God, it's just so bad in the United States. And you know what, Belkish, you're right. It's really as bad as it seems. I feel like I'm in a hostage video. I think I should blink to Belkish to come rescue us. I mean, I really.
Well, I'm honestly still rooting for 31 Atlas to actually be, like hostile aliens. November, whenever it's coming, Let's go. Come on.
Things are not great right now, and I don't even know what civil war looks like. I do want you to take just this exercise. If they did have Facebook in 1861, what do you think it would have looked like? Would it look kind of like what you're seeing now? Yeah, probably.
Pretty much.
Probably. Yeah. Probably look a lot like.
I think it would.
It would look a lot like that. It would look very much like that.
Matter of fact, I bet it would be more graphic.
It's possible. I mean, but I don't want to. People are going to get the idea. Well, you think Donald Trump is the Abraham Lincoln of his time? No, I don't think he's the Abraham Lincoln of his time. I don't think he's the Lincoln MKZ of his time. I don't think he's the Lincoln Navigator. He's about as fat as a Lincoln Navigator. But,
Speaking of navigate, you can navigate your way over to 1-800 all the way
fuck
up.
all the way off. If you would just go ahead and put that in there. Oh, it's also there's an email address. It's fuckallthewayoff@gmail.com. If you want to go ahead and
okay, it's a .com. Okay, it's
that's going to be somebody's
not a .org
inbox
or anything. Okay,
I bet that's going to be somebody's email address. They're going to start getting what? You want to?
Well, if you got an email address like that, you deserve to get spam email.
I think you were expecting it. I think you were expecting some shit like that. Do you want to start with Durham or do you want to do NXT first?
Either one. Both of them are, talking a lot to say about them.
The NXT Homecoming was very interesting. I thought they did a good job with it. They Triple H and Shawn Michaels come out they had a really big, excellent video package at the beginning of the show, and it showed people that are there and they're not there, and then it showed the lovely Izzy Moreno with our friend Bailey, and then they had the dear departed Dusty Rhodes, and I did not see. Did we see Sasha Banks, Mercedes at all in any of the things?
If she was there, I didn't see it.
She
may
have
been in the background or something, but
they mentioned the Four Horsemen. That would be Charlotte and Liv when they came out, but I don't think they ever mentioned her by name. So I don't know if that was.
I didn't think Liv was one of the Four Horsewomen.
No, but Charlotte mentioned the women's.
I got you. That's what you're saying. Sorry, yeah.
She said the Four Horsewomen. And I think she said Bailey's name, but I don't think she ever said Becky Lynch's name by name. She certainly didn't say, Sasha Banks's name by name.
Okay.
But it was a really impressive, nice video package of all the stars that had gone through over the years and all the stuff that they've done. I thought, it's one of those things that WWE does better than anybody. And I don't know if they're going to get some help or production help at all from ESPN on that stuff. So the stuff that they do now could even get way better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
With the resources that they have. And then Triple H and Shawn Michaels come out to the ring, and Triple H was first, gets a big ovation. Then Shawn Michaels comes out, and then he says something like, "Hey, Shawn, you took over the thing that I created, and what if I wanted to come back?" So there's heat between the two of them. Heat. And then William Regal comes out and he goes, hey, I know how we can settle this. And the crowd's trying to jump his shit, blow up his spot. And they're saying, war games, war games, war games. And Regal goes, hey, it's my thing. Back off. I don't have much going on these days. I'm going to say war games. So he said war games. So apparently they're doing war games. It's team Triple H versus team Shawn.
Now, is this for Survivor Series or is this something different?
This feels like something different. I don't know, for
October.
There's a takeover or something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So have I ever told you this? And this may be surprising to you. As an old school NWA fan, I'm not that high on war games. I think it's okay, but I don't get quite as jazzed about it as other people do.
I was never. I think what it was for me is I don't know if you remember, but they were talking it up. And then when I saw the layout of it, when they showed what it looked like, it was kind of underwhelming to me. I don't know what I expected out of it, to be honest, but what we got, I was like, oh, okay. It just seemed like a big cage match, so I don't know. I'm with you on that though.
Later on, as we evolved in our fanhood and started looking at behind the scenes stuff and started appreciating work, we certainly appreciated Arn Anderson getting his ass kicked in those things, and he did a great job in it, right?
Oh yeah. Now, I'm not saying that there was never any good matches and stuff, any good contests in the war games over the years, but just as an overall gimmick, I've just never been like you, man. Just never really been sold on it.
Try to rate the gimmicks like Royal Rumble. War games, Elimination Chamber. What's another good gimmick? Oh, yeah.
Also,
Rank those three in order that you like them.
Say them again. War Games.
Royal Rumble,
uh-huh.
Elimination Chamber, War Games.
Oh, that's easy. Royal Rumble, very, very, very top. Elimination Chamber, definitely in the middle somewhere. I don't know if it's right under Royal Rumble, but it's second, and then War Games at the end. Yeah,
I agree. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss then entered and stand behind Regal. They joke about Triple H and Shawn arguing more than they do, as the champs are an odd couple team of sorts. Flair says respectfully that the women have always been in the charge of NXT. The women's revolution started right here at Full Sail. Flair and Bliss weighed out the crowd chants to list off names of women's wrestlers from NXT. Bliss said the women have always been the backbone of NXT. And if they're not down with that, she has 2 words for you, and the crowd chants "suck it" as the camera goes to Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
See, I missed the beginning. I didn't see what you're talking about. So this,
for a lot of years, when people would when the next generation came on and they started learning about the 80s, and they would have 80s parties and they would have 80s dress up day at school, I would shit on the 80s because that was when I came of age. But I would be like, you guys are getting it wrong, and it's not as great as you think it was, and it's not what you think it was. And I actually like the music and the culture and pretty much everything else in the 90s better than I like the 80s. But this is what this feels like now. I'm really, really, really tired of 90s nostalgia in wrestling.
Oh God, yes. It was okay. Yeah. It had its moments, but it's definitely,
as we point toward the very first PLA and ESPN history, PLE and ESPN history, WrestlePalooza. I am sick and tired of night as we go to WrestlePalooza. Well, hey, we could call it Barely Legal. You want to go with Barely Legal? God damn, that's a great name. Let's do Barely Legal. Yeah. If it was Barely Legal, then Cash Patel would be like, "Can I get some tickets for that?" Maybe. Okay.
Hello.
Can I? Yeah, we have 2 tickets, so your eyes can actually see both ways. One for one of your eyes going this way, one for going there. 2 different tickets for you, Cash. Cash Yap Patel. That's his name. My God. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Izzy Dame and Tatum Pixley, who I don't know very well, for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Surprisingly,
I believe that's Paxley.
The champs retain that championship. Is it Paxley?
Yes, it's Paxley.
It is Paxley. Thank you very much for that. I sound stupid. I sound even dumber than normal. So yes, the champs do.
Pixley, Pixley is a little town outside Hooterville, man.
Uncle Joe, how are you doing? Had some hot ass nieces though, didn't he? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say what you want to, about us having sex with our cousins here in the South, but we have hot cousins. I can't help it if you guys have ugly cousins up there in the North.
There's a reason. There's a method to our madness.
You're on the side of the pedophiles. You're on the side of the pedophiles now, aren't you? Yeah, 1-800-fuck all the way off. That was a joke. Sol Ruka and
people get doxxed.
I'm not even saying that some of these people shouldn't be fired. Okay, I'm not even saying that, because to an extent, social media is an intelligence test. If you were too stupid to see the minefield that was there and just go charging out like a dumbass, then I don't, my sympathy for you is kind of limited. It is somewhat limited. I'll give you that.
And as the years go by, it becomes even more limited.
Now, if you'd like to have a discussion about side by side some of the things that Charlie Kirk said when he was alive versus some of the things that these people said that have gotten them fired and ended their careers, we can have that discussion too. But I get it. The guy's dead. He suffered a death penalty. He shouldn't have suffered a death penalty. And his kids shouldn't have to grow up, fatherless. It shouldn't be a death penalty. And maybe some of these things shouldn't be career killers. Just saying. Both sides. Fair and balanced. Sol Ruka and Zarya are bickering in a backstage skit, and then walks Lainey Reed, followed by Candice LeRae. They argue about who is winning the speed tournament. The winner faces Ruka for the speed title at No Mercy. Hey, do you give a shit about Candice LeRae these days?
Let me think. No.
I don't either.
I'm sorry. Don't mean to be Mr. Mean, but just don't.
Lovely girl, fine worker.
Of course.
Yeah. I just don't, she,
absolutely.
again, Like she and Stephanie Vick should be like a tag team and call them the Vanilla Twins or something.
You know what, man? I gotta tell you. I don't know if you've caught any of the clips from the interview with Chris Van Vliet with Stephanie.
No, I haven't seen it.
You will, if you see it, I think you'll come around a little bit on her. I'm not saying it's not going to make her not vanilla, because she's still, personalities. But I do like her more.
Why is that not coming out on camera? Why are we getting the Brad Armstrong treatment? Like she's good here, but she's like here.
I don't know, man. That's the part I haven't figured out yet. I don't know. I don't know. But if you watch the video, she's a very sweet, likable young lady, and I just don't understand. There's just a disconnect somewhere,
She's like a blue eye or a white meat baby face, which is fine. Wrestling needs those, but I don't think that's necessarily how she's being portrayed. And then I have no problem at all with the way that she works. She's a fine worker. Does she blow me away with her work? No, she doesn't. She's completely competent. She's at that level. She's at main roster level when it comes with her work. 100%. But I just don't like the push that she's been giving. No, I don't see it. I just don't.
Yeah, it's a little befuddling to me at times on the way her character's set up. I'm not really sure what it is supposed to be. Almost like, the whole back when Rollins started getting into the character he's kind of evolved into now, when all that kind of started up, that was just kind of like, what the hell are you? Well, I don't understand what you're supposed to be. That is, I kind of equate it to that. But anyway, I think you'll like her a little bit better. But as Stephanie Vacour, I think you'll like her better if you see some of that interview, because I did. I think so.
Shayna Baszler walks in for a cameo, and her glare makes both Reed and LeRae to leave. Baszler then urges Ruka and Zarua to work out their differences, which I thought was fine.
Are you a Zarya? What do you think of Zarya? Do you have any opinion on her?
Nah, still too early, to be honest. Still too early for me to form a big opinion on her. It doesn't really like trip my trigger right now, but again, it's early in the game. It's
gotcha.
Fine. The Trickster and Carmelo Hayes reunited, and it feels so good against Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. The Miz interferes in this match, and he does so in a productive way. He helps them win. He helps the Trickster and Carmelo win. So there you go.
Yeah.
The skull
crushing. That's I believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's a setup for later on between he and Mello. Mello going to be mad because he interfered and he wanted to win on his own, kind of, that sort of thing.
I have no problem with the way that whole thing's going right now.
No, I don't either. No,
I think it's entertaining. I think Mike the Miz does a tremendous job of making chicken salad out of chicken shit a lot of times. He doesn't get a lot of credit for that. He is, to me, a Hall of Famer. He can be a main event guy, and he's proven he can be a main event guy. People shit on him all they want to. I think he does a good job of getting eyeballs on the product, and I think he does the exact job that he's supposed to do. And people can hate on him all they want to. I think he's a good heel. I think he's a good babyface. And, most of all, he gets to go home to what he gets to go home to. So, God.
Well, that's just the cherry on the cake, man.
Holy crap. I don't know if we've ever given her enough credit.
I think there will be, no, you're right. We don't, but I think there's going to come a time in the future when Miz is retired, and we're going to go, God, I miss the Miz.
It's true. That probably, I think that's 100% right. And apparently he can't stay off his wife. She keeps having those babies, so it's like, jeepers.
Well, you can't fault him. I can't.
I might be a little tougher to get birth control in America than it used to be.
Well, on top of that rule,
I would like to have an IUD. No, you don't. Got my COVID shot the other day.
Yeah.
You need to go get that, buddy.
Yeah. See, well, there's some issues with me. I don't know, not health-wise issues, but like
a needle being stuck into you,
like copay issues, like in insurance issues.
Oh yeah, I get it. They made it. This is how it is because Bobby Kennedy's fucking up the world. Welcome to America in 2025. Up until Friday at like 5 o'clock in North Carolina, you would have had to get a prescription. You would have needed a prescription. Now, your doctor would have probably cited any number of things, like, for example, how old you are. As it turns out.
Thanks, pal.
But if you have a problem with hypertension, as I do, if you've been diagnosed with arrhythmia, as I have, if you tested positive for diabetes 7.5 years ago, but not since then those are considered, I don't think they're comorbidities, but maybe they are comorbidities, but they are considered health factors. And I could have very easily just gone onto my app and gone boop, 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 and gotten a prescription pretty easily. But at 5 o'clock on Friday, our governor, Josh Stein, God bless him, said, nope, don't need a prescription. Just walk in there, tell them you want the thing, and it's yours.
So there are no qualifications at all.
Well, you can't be 12. I mean, you have to be an adult.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have qualified that, but
you got to be an adult and you got to pay for it, and then that's it.
Okay.
So there it is.
Good.
And I know that, again, Belkeish is listening to this and he's like, he cannot pay for the vaccine. Well, welcome to healthcare in America. Welcome to what we do, which is different than the rest
really
of the
sound
world.
like that?
He does exactly like that. He very much sounds just like that. I listened to the Katie Vick show and I feel so sorry for the two of you. Sorry bleu.
Does he say that with a big long stem wine glass in his hand?
Well, he's got a mustache that he twisted. This one.
Love you, Belkeish.
Like every now and again, he'll just send us like a message on Blue Sky or on Threads and go, I feel so sorry for you guys. I feel so sorry for the two of you. Like, well, you should.
He obviously just watched a news story from somewhere. You know,
you really 100% should. There we go. Kelly Kincaid interviews WWE United States Champion Sami Zayn. He is emotional over returning to NXT. Zayn then goes over to put on Javon Evans. Interrupting the interview is Josh Briggs, who barges in to cut a promo where he buries Evans. Briggs is calling Evans a bomb. When Evans rushes in to brawl with Briggs, Zayn stops Evans, and Zayn gives Evans a pep talk. The sky is the limit. Zayn tells Evans. Ethan Page versus Tyler Breeze for the NXT North American Championship. And surprisingly, Tyler Breeze goes over. No.
Didn't
happen that way at all.
He didn't go over at all. Matter of fact, it was cold as a plate of piss.
It was.
Flat as a plate of piss or whatever.
Yeah,
it was a plate of piss.
Dead in Kelsey's nuts. God damn. Ethan Page defeated Tyler Breeze to retain the NXT North American Championship. Thanks for coming. Here's your participation trophy.
He looks the same.
He's good, and I hope he got a $5,000 payday, and I hope that they made an impression. They'll bring him back. I don't know. They've got things they can do with him, and he'd be fine.
I don't think that character is just. I don't think that character works nowadays.
Well, they killed it. I mean, it's like if you do that, then like you can't really do anything else, right? Like if you get booked on the indies and shit, and it's like, well, I just want to be, a guy that comes out in black boots and like a denim jacket. Oh, no, we don't want that. We need the guy with the selfie stick and the fuzzy vest and shit.
Yeah,
That's why you got to give. That's why you got to give all the kind of props in the world to Matt Cardona for breaking out of that thing. I mean, Jesus, Matt Cardona reinvented himself in a way that like 99% of people would not have been able to do.
That's why he's considered a legend on the indie circuits, man.
And he has to work very hard, but he, apparently he's not allergic to working hard, but he gets to call his own shots, and he gets to say no to stuff sometimes if he doesn't want to do it. He wouldn't have that luxury if he was in WWE. He'd have more, he had more latitude in AEW, but he just gets to say no to stuff. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. If I don't want to go that weekend, I won't go. If I don't want to go, if I don't want to put over your guy at this time, then fuck it. I'm not going to do that. Right.
His wife's got it going on too, by the way.
Oh my God. Winning at fucking life. Oh my, you talk about a guy I don't give a shit if he never works in WWE or AEW again.
I don't think he cares at all.
Please. AAA Latin American champion Hijo Dr. Wagner Jr. is ringside after the match. He has a stare down with Page. I don't know where that's headed. I don't know if that's going to put the asses in the seats, but the AAA stuff is fine. Did you ever get around to watching the AAA thing from Friday?
I just saw some of the clips. I didn't really
very entertaining.
Watch it. Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Okay.
Nice run in with Rey Mysterio and his son at the end. It was really
good. I
fun,
did see that. Yeah, that was funny.
Damian Priest backstage talking with Tavian Heights. I thought this was very effective. He says, "Hey, I talked to Ava. I got you a match against All Ego Ethan Page for the North American title at No Mercy." So I think that's where the War Games is going to happen.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think that's what we're looking at. Let me check. But again, if you're Damian and you're like, well, they fly me in, I have to go in, it's going to fuck up my week, whatever. And all you want me to do is like stand here for a minute and put this guy. Okay, I can do that, but
yeah, I thought about that too. Like that was a kind of a.
But you see, the thing with it, they could have filmed that at noon. You know,
you're right.
They could have filmed that, and I think he lives in the Orlando area or something. Maybe.
Oh, okay, maybe so.
I hope so. Boy, and he gets to bounce off of Lola Vice's ass. I'm sorry. I know it's inappropriate. I know it's wrong, but man, I hope he's bouncing that thing like a Spalding.
He probably turns into Punishment Martinez at night.
Punish me, Daddy. Punish me.
Man.
How do you? I mean, I don't understand. How do you last? How do you like?
I don't know.
You mentioned.
I don't know, man. I just. Well, it'd be like, is this real? Is this real? You know, for the first.
It's too good. It's too good. I can't come. It's too good.
Man.
What's wrong? Am I not hot enough? Oh no, you're too hot. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as that having that problem.
That's funny.
But you mentioned Ava. I just want to go on record in saying, as much as I've blasted her a few times over the course of time, her little 10 toes down stance on her tweet or whatever she put out about things. Kudos to her. A pat on the back to Ava.
It was not even like that. It was very innocuous. It was very bland. It was like, I think if you want people, was it one of those, if you want people to say nice things about you after you die, you should say nice things while you're alive? Wasn't it something like that?
It wasn't disparaging. It wasn't disparaging. I mean, but as you pointed out at the beginning of all this, they twisted around to make it disparaging. So, but she's like, nope. I'm not taking it back. I meant what I said. So good for her. Good for you, Ava.
And I've made fun of it. It's like, well, they can't get rid of her because she's The Rock's daughter. And then I've also kind of speculated that, well, maybe their relationship with The Rock's not that great, but they have to keep The Rock kind of tight because there's Saudi Arabian money pouring into the World Wrestling Entertainment Company, into the TNA coffers.
See, that all makes sense now about
it does.
You know, why he's still in the picture even after the whole debacle with Cody and stuff.
And I agree with what you said about her, and I'm glad that she used her privilege and whatever it is to do what she did. And 1-800-fuck all the way off. Here's what they have for NXT's No Mercy. JC Jane with Fallon Henley and Jasmine versus Lola Vice. That's the singles match for the NXT World Championship. That was the angle they closed on. Sort of, because they did a little backstage thing with Ava.
Yeah.
And Obafemi and the Trickster, right? Yeah. Which, by the way, killer match. Great match. A main event anywhere in the world, but not
fans.
It's actually Obafemi or Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. That's pretty tight. I'll give him that one. Sol Ruka versus Candice LeRae or Laney Reed. I don't care about Candice LeRae. I hope it's Laney Reed. All Ego Ethan Page versus Tavian Heights in the singles match for the NXT North American Championship and the Speed Tournament. I guess we're doing the Speed Tournament. Candice LeRae against Laney Reed. Candice LeRae and Laney Reed versus the winner of that one gets Sol Ruka. So that's what we have so far. So that's not War Games. So that must be for something else down the road.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right in saying that it might be for the takeover for Survivor Series or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I missed that part. I missed the whole confrontation part at the beginning, so I don't know.
So it is, Tavian Heights against All Ego Ethan Page, North American title, No Mercy. Grayson Waller effect with special guests Ricky Saints and Obafemi Saints got all emotional and passionate and was yelling, and he's absolute Ricky Saints. Did you catch that?
No, I did not.
He did say absolute Ricky Saints at one point. But
can he say that? Did he mean to say that?
I don't know if he meant to. I would think he got clearance on it. I would think he got a clearance. I don't think he's going to get heat for that. I don't.
I hope not. I like that. I like absolute Ricky Saints.
I do too. It's fine. That kind of juices up. I think the idea of it being Ricky's. I think Ricky Starks was fine, and I don't understand why they have to do that, but I do understand why they have to do that. So fine, whatever. NXT Spotlight, blah blah. Bobby Roode appears, and Sinclair asks him to do the glorious pose. Roode poses, and then all of a sudden, there's Joe Hendry, because I believe in him. Lexus King in the ring after a commercial break. The lights in the ring go dark. Finn Balor gets a full entrance. Balor wearing street clothes poses in a corner. King is distracted with Balor as Bourne jumps in. Balor then jumps off the top rope with a double foot stomp. Bourne and Balor then pose together as King is left lying. Kelly Kincaid.
Nice to hear Balor's music again.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Kelly Kincaid interviews Dark State. Montez Ford interrupts them and he interacts with them. Bianca Belair has a cameo appearance. She's shown from watching from ringside. Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix versus Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Lyra Valkyria. And surprisingly, Rhea Ripley took the pin in that one. No, that didn't. If you think that's true, then you don't know wrestling, and you should probably be listening to any other podcast. Closing the show is a backstage stare down with NXT champion Obafemi and a TNA champion Trick Williams. It's official. The two champs meet next Tuesday in a title versus title match. Pretty big match for only a week's notice. All right. That was NXT. They did announce this week that, to the surprise of no one, in 2027, WrestleMania is going to Saudi Arabia. Also, the Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia before you know it. So $300-something million, and now people are finally bitching about the ticket prices. People are the hubbub over the ticket prices is now. Even Eric Bischoff is like, Eric Bischoff, who never saw a corporate shill that he didn't kiss up to, is like, I think you guys are pressing your fans out of everything. I think you truly are.
Well, TKO came out and said it just blatantly, point blank, right?
It's too cheap. Vince was pricing things too cheap. Can't have that anymore.
We're maximizing the value of everything now. So, like it or not, kiss my ass.
Maybe people should be a little more upset about us doing business with the South. Nah, never mind.
I think that ship sailed a long time ago, brother.
The day after Charlie Kirk killed, it was also the 24th, anniversary of 9/11, and three guesses as to who financed 9/11.
If people don't know that by now,
if you guessed it was like the relatives of that guy that was next to Triple H, you were right. You're 100% right.
Literally, that's who that was.
yeah. The relatives, like they share DNA and everything. It's wild.
Just saying.
Laughing through the tears.
Just throwing it out there.
Bryant and I ventured to Deadlock Pro Wrestling, DPW in Durham, on Sunday for the Carolina Classic, which is not a slaw burger.
It's a good one, though. It's a good slaw burger.
If you ever get the Carolina Classic, apparently that is a Carolina-style burger known across the country with slaw and with chili on it. But no, the Carolina Classic, and it was super fun, and we had a good time. And now, here with a live report is Bryant Williams.
Well, okay. We had great seats. I know that.
Yeah, real good seats.
And I'll tell you what, man. I can't sit here and tell you everything. I have to think about who wrestled who. I don't have it in front of me, but
right.
But I can tell you that every single match, and I'm not kidding, every single match we saw, and I'm talking about the two pre-show matches that we saw.
Absolutely.
Just off the charts, man. Just so good. So good. So entertaining.
It is. They put on a great show. Everybody does things right. Everything's tight. There's nothing sloppy. Everybody's got gear. The refs are good. Everything is run superbly. As you said, those 2 preliminary matches, even those were fine and exactly what they should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those guys run a real tight ship. I don't see how anybody can criticize what they're doing. The fans also, I think the fans at DPW make the shows really good because they're very respectful fans. They're very knowledgeable fans. Everybody gets to get their smart ass comments in, but nobody's obnoxious or ridiculous. They support the wrestlers. They boo the people they're supposed to, and they cheer the people they're supposed to, but they appreciate good work always. Even when our guy Trevor Lee, we got to see him work twice, even though he's a heel. They appreciate the role that he plays, and they laugh appropriately him and do what he needs to do. And it was I'm a huge fan of DPW. Anytime that I have an opportunity to go see their matches, anytime that I'm free as far as my schedule, I'm there. You know, because those guys, they're solid. They give the fans a good product. They respect the fans. The seats we pay for, we had great seats for $45. Now that's a little pricey for independent wrestling, but in the pantheon of entertainment, when you work in concerts, sporting events, and like WWE and AEW, that's almost freaking dirt cheap. I mean, that really is.
It really is, especially for the bang for the buck you get for $45. I'm telling you, man, I can see why there was as many people there, and I think you'll agree. At times, it kind of had a little mini ECW feel to it. You know,
they did a little well as far as the fans go, because
as far as the fans the involvement kind of thing. Yes,
if you don't, and I didn't see a lot of kids this time because the show started at like 6 o'clock on, the next day was a school day, so probably not a lot of kids. I didn't see any kids there.
No, I was there. Either.
When I was there for Father's Day, it's the middle of the summer and it's like a middle of the afternoon. There were some kids there. If it was, I wouldn't want my kids to be there. I wouldn't want young kids to be there because there is some language and stuff. It's not horrible. They're not going to be scarred for life or anything like that. But I would just like steer away from that if you have young kids. But the thing on Friday, I hear this is the one criticism: concessions.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the city of Durham or the Armory is not allowing you guys to sell water and Pepsi and corn chips. But if we could get that going, that would be the only suggestion I would have for Deadlock Pro Wrestling. Everything else is fine.
And here's my thing: if you're going to not have concessions, don't have an intermission.
Oh, they want you to go to the gimmick table. They want you to go to help and support the guys and gals.
I get that, but I figured most people would do that afterwards, like we did, and there was a lot of people I thought hung around afterwards to do that.
And Bryant was indeed supporting the guys and gals. Tell them about the merch that you bought.
I sure did. My man LeBron Cazone, been friends with him on Facebook for probably 10 years, and finally got to meet him after the show. He's the DPW national champion, by the way, the champ. Because Cozone got the Cozone.
Oh, you got the hoodie on right there.
Yeah, got the hoodie on right now. For people to watch, I'm gonna show you the back. The back's badass.
Look at the back, because he paid big bucks for this, guys. You got to show it. You got to see it.
Can you see it?
Look at that. There it is. Yes, you can see it. With the ball game logo there.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That logo is badass. But yeah, I got to meet him, and we talked to Queen Aminata right before that. So, and she was a lovely individual.
You guys look up LeBron Cazone. Fantastic look, good worker, super nice guy.
Oh, great guy.
Just a body to fucking die for. Greek god, like unbelievable. He's got 5,500 followers on Instagram. The Queen has like 105,000.
Yeah, I saw that. God.
So we need to bump up Cazone's Instagram game. Y'all need to follow this guy because this guy's awesome. He's a good guy, super good guy.
He is. Matter of fact, he's been on at least one AEW. I want to say is a Dynamite or Collision or something. I was talking to him about it because I told him I remember when I was in Charlotte for a show, and I can't remember what it was. He was there and kind of as one of the opponents. He was I don't even remember if he was a babyface or what, but he was there. He was on the show. So yeah, he's known throughout the. I think he may, if I'm not mistaken, I think he might be pretty tight with Javon.
Oh, is that right?
I'm not. I may be wrong on that. But But yeah, you're right, man. We need to boost him up. He needs to get some Tito, bad dude Tito following in there.
Oh yeah, bad dude Tito went to the moon after we started hyping that guy.
You see?
Jesus, yeah,
that's what happens.
100%. By the way, this break from wrestling, the blind item site that I go to, Crazy Days and Nights.
Yeah.
This blind item was posted September the 2nd. This coach's much younger girlfriend sure does spend a lot of time with one of the athletic trainers. A lot of time. And they did the reveal as if we did not know this was Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick.
That didn't come to mind.
Of course it did. That's exactly. I've never rooted against a Carolina. I feel so dirty rooting against Carolina, but I will. I will do that. Oh, Bryant saw me lose like $300 on Sunday too. That was fun.
Yeah, in real time.
I had DraftKings. I had like a 4-leg parlay, and they offered me a cash out. The Carolina Panthers game against Arizona, and I was like, "No, I'm not cashing out at $300 on a $25 bet. I'm going to go all the way."
It was 27-9 at that point.
And then the Panthers sucked so bad they let the Arizona Cardinals let Carolina come back, and they didn't cover the spread in the game. So
they almost won the game. They had a chance to win the game.
I had a chance to win it. God almighty. But I don't think about that at all. No.
I'm sure you didn't. You went to sleep just fine.
Did you see how everybody's like torn up about Tom Brady sitting in the coach's booth with the headsets on? Like, oh my God, I can't believe they fucking lost. The Raiders were barely competitive last night. Okay. Wait till they actually win something before you guys start getting pissed. Obviously, it's not a competitive advantage. If he can do something up in that booth to make Geno Smith not throw 3 interceptions, I'm willing to listen to that.
Pick your battles, people.
God, Jesus. And now back to wrestling. The big winner was Jake Something. Jake Something wins your Carolina Classic and a big old trophy.
I kind of became a fan of him that Sunday night too, man. I've seen him occasionally on TNA and stuff, but I didn't really, pay him much mind. Just he was just there kind of thing. I didn't really watch him closely. But now that I have, dude, Jake Something's a badass.
I think if you see him live, you'll be very impressed. If anybody has a chance to see him live, oh my God, the guy's great. He's really good, very charismatic, good worker, all that shit. Yeah,
he's good.
I have nothing bad to say about Jake Something. He's really good. And we got to see Trevor work twice. And Trevor's doing some comedy, but he's still kicking ass and taking names. Doing what he needs to do. Looks like he looked a little thicker than he used to be back in the NXT days.
I thought so too.
Put on some muscle. It looks good though. I think he's looking good, and good to see that he's doing well. And I always love paying money to see Trevor. It worked twice.
Yeah. Trevor's your boy.
Oh, I love Trevor so much. He's the guy. I hope he makes it back to the big time or whatever you want to call it. I hope he gets to go to New Japan or AEW or back to WWE, whatever it is, because I think that guy's killer. I think he's fantastic.
I know, man. I know.
Any other thoughts on DPW other than if you guys could sell bottled water for like $2?
Yeah, just some water. I'd just said, I'd be happy with water because I don't necessarily get food when we go to the events, but you and I pretty much all the time get something to drink.
So you don't even have to have hot food. It can be like Doritos. Just get like a little bag of Doritos. Go to Sam's Club and get you like the big buy, and then
I've seen them do that. You and I see them do that at several places, man.
There's got to be a reason they're not doing it. I mean, if the city's either not let them do it, or the Armory, or somebody's not. There's got to be a reason.
I'm wondering if they don't want shit spilled on the floor. On the Armory floor,
that's possible.
Thing that it's the Armory and how neatness and that sort of shit.
All right, let's do the big weekend thing. Let's do AEW's pay-per-view, which is it all out, all in, or what is it?
It's all together now.
All together now. Let's see. I don't know what is the AEW?
It's all out.
Is it all out?
Yeah.
Really? Thank you. Because
we had all in back in July. All in Texas.
It's
remember?
All in. There's all out. There's, I think, Revolution, and then there's
Standing in the Doorway. All
Dynasty's
in,
one of them. Isn't Dynasty one of them?
I don't know.
I think
Falcon Crest one of them.
Falcon Crest is one of them. Yes, Knots Landing is another one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If we could date ourselves a little more.
I was just going on Dynasty. I'm sorry.
Here we go. Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, all of them going to be at Wrestle K, by the way.
I'm going to be real appropriate. That's an extremely fuckable tag. That's an extremely fuckable 4-way right there.
That tag team's something. That bunch is Jake something.
It's everything you want. It's everything you want. There's not a Latina in there, but there's pretty much everything else. If you like thickness, we got that. If you like Asians, we got that.
We got you.
If you like a white girl, we got that.
It's there.
This is a pregame match. Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Queen Anamata, and Willow Nightingale against Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, Triangle in the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. Sky Blue looked a lot like Roxanne to me last Wednesday.
Yeah, she can look like Roxanne a little bit sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with that. By the way, that was
no.
She has been surpassed though with that booty as far as Lola Vice is concerned. I texted Brian.
She's not on that mountain alone anymore.
I would say I texted Brian and say Lola Vice confirmed has the best ass in the history of wrestling, and Billy Gunn is second. There,
it's a close second.
It really is.
If he's a Wrestle Kid this year, you can tell him that.
I like to kick him. I like to stick him. I like to all the things he can do with asses. It's amazing. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR, which should be pretty good. I think that should be a pretty good match. There's no way that's not a good match.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin against Ricochet and GOA. They hurt people. I don't know. I'm kind of not even really into that. It's a trios match.
I will say Ricochet is gotten a lot better on the mic since he's been back at AEW. I think his promos have gotten a little better.
I still think I want him to be I think I want him to be a face. I think I want him to be a baby face again.
I agree. I like him better as a baby face, but I just think the quality of his promos are better. That's all.
Mercedes Moné versus Riho.
God damn.
That says it all.
Just next.
Bryant Williams with a succinct analysis of that particular match.
I'm sorry. I mean, Riho might be the nicest chick on this side of the fucking planet, man. But
you're 100% right. You are. That is absolutely the correct analysis for this particular match. John Moxley versus Darby Allin. I'm always excited to see what Darby does in a coffin match. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot could happen there.
Darby Allin, he's been great ever since he got put over by who was that guy? CM Punk.
Hold on a second. The cancer.
Locker room poison. CM Punk. That's crazy. MJF versus Mark Briscoe. It is the tables and tax match. Okay, I like what they're doing. You see that? I guess Andrade and MJF are trying to put something together.
What?
Yeah, on social media, they're kind of going back and forth.
No, I didn't see this.
So I don't know if that's going to be a MLL thing or because I'm trying to remember all the shit that was going down. Because Andrade basically said, "If I see Sammy Guevara backstage, I'm going to knock him out," and he hit him.
And he did.
He did, which is like fair. I'm not even saying Sammy didn't deserve it. I'm not even saying that. But as an employer, if you're Tony Khan and somebody says, "I'm going to kick another employee's ass," you can't really let that happen.
Yeah.
Or at least you can't just allow the situation to kind of exist so that could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, totally.
It's like, you can't just look on like social media and go, "Oh, that's funny. So he's going to kick his ass." That's crazy. Oh, who the Jaguars got this week?
We got a meeting tomorrow. Don't forget.
Hey, we haven't fired our coach yet for the Jaguars. That's awesome. MJF against Mark Briscoe, tables and tax match. Timeless Tony Storm.
I've seen the Andrade. I've seen another theory or whatever about what happened to him. That
another Austin theory about what happened.
Yeah, another Austin theory about Andrade. Apparently, I've seen some theory that he was somewhere in South America and they were trying to get in touch with him, and he refused to answer their call. And when he finally came back.
I think that was after he popped dirty. I think they were telling him he popped dirty.
Okay, was that part of the whole thing? Okay.
That's how I understood it.
That makes sense. That's why he didn't answer the call. Okay, that makes
sense. And they're like, "Hey, ring, ring, ring." You're
I'm
suspended.
sorry, I was on the Congo River. I didn't have a signal.
I was definitely not in South America doing a lot of drugs. Okay, that is not what happened. That's pretty funny. He just shows up and he's like, "Hey,
Congo River story."
No, what's the Congo River story?
I was listening to something. It was a Paul Simon story, and he was talking about. I think it was he was on Letterman. He was on somebody. He was on a talk show, and he was saying that he was on some not exhibition. What do you call it? Expedition. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
I would like to expedite my order of fries and Burger King Big Mac. No, a Whopper.
A Whopper, a Big Mac. What?
Yeah.
But anyway, he was on an exhibition. I'm sorry, no, an expedition.
Yes.
Through the Congo, and I mean, just he was just going on about how in the middle of absolute nowhere they were, right? And of course, you know, Paul Simon. Nobody knew who the hell he was in the Congo. You know, Paul Simon. You know, whatever. So they go to this finally stop at this little village. I think they're maybe going down the river or whatever, you know. And they stop at this little village, and he goes around and I guess meeting people. And this one girl has I think he said the name. It was like a guitar. It wasn't a sitar, but it was something similar. And she's like, he's talking to her about it, right? Just music minds talking. And she goes, I'd like to play you a song if you don't mind. And he goes, yeah, I'd love you. She starts playing Mother and Child Reunion or something like that.
There you go.
Something like that. And he's like, She goes, I don't know if you've heard this one before, but and he's and he's like,
of all the songs, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do like Mrs. Robinson. Oh
yeah, I mean, it was just the weirdest shit, man.
There was before there was a term that we now recognize as cultural misappropriation. Paul Simon was criticized somewhat for borrowing, shall we say, from the African musicians for Graceland, for the Grammy Award-winning Graceland album.
And if I'm not mistaken, he doubled down on it with Rhythm of the Saints.
He did, but I think, you know, eventually people kind of realized, oh, he gave a lot of people a lot of credit, and they were able to kind of make careers out of this and reach an audience they never would have reached before. Peter Gabriel actually did it better. May I say, Peter Gabriel was deep into the African stuff before it was cool, and was giving people like Youssou N'Dour careers and you know, shining a bright spotlight to them for the entire world. So
absolutely.
There's that. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander versus Thekla, because we got to have 4 people in a match. If you don't have at least 4 people in a match, then why?
It's not AEW.
This is for the AEW Women's World Championship. All of those people are working very well right now. I think Jamie Hayter, since she came back, I'm liking what she's doing. And I think that should be pretty good. Jesus Christ. The Hangman versus Kyle Fletcher. Singles match for the AEW World Championship. Well, there's some heat there. The Don Callis family has been banned from ringside. And if they make an appearance, apparently somebody's going to get fired. That was one of the stipulations in Durham. If they came to the ring, it wasn't like, no, you're going to lose the match. No, they're fired.
That was for Trevor.
Oh, it's so great.
As if like that dude, if he the champion, that shows up during the match. Yeah, he's fired.
3-way for the AEW Unified Championship. It's Okada against Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada or the Beast Mortos. So we still have to decide who's going to. I guess they feel like they don't have to push the Beast Mortos anymore. I guess Mercedes is okay with them not pushing him as much, right?
It seems that way.
Eddie Kingston
up a little bit.
Eddie Kingston back on the block. Good to see him against Big Bill. I think that one's got some promise to it as well. I think.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I think that could be something that elevates Big Bill when he needs it.
Maybe.
And Brodito, currently the hottest tag team, I'm going to say, in all of AEW. Maybe all of our wrestling right now.
Yeah.
They're getting over like a month versus 3 teams to be decided for a 4-way ladder match, which will be probably amazing. So there you go.
I imagine it will be.
And you can get those for a $10 discount if you are an HBO Max subscriber. You can get a $10. I think it's $40 instead of $50 for AEW All Out, which is Saturday. Maybe it's Sunday. I don't know.
No, it's Saturday.
Is it Saturday?
They're both Saturday.
They moved it to the afternoon, though, right? So they would go ahead with Palooza.
Yeah, it's like 3:00 or something.
WrestlePalooza from Indianapolis, Indiana, because Pat McAfee is God. This will be very, very interesting. They've been building up a lot of pretty good angles for this, and here are the matches. Io Sky against Stephanie Vacour. That is a single match for the vacant Women's World Championship. That is the championship that Naomi had to vacate because Big Jim likes to Netflix and chill.
Can't blame him.
That's another one. If he's not bouncing that ass, I mean, obviously he is.
I was going to say, I believe we've got some pretty good proof that he is.
Maybe not for the next little bit, but I'm sure.
Well,
he's gonna make a strong return. He's gonna be booked very strongly when she gives birth.
His return is probable.
I can't even tell that story.
No, we can't.
You're an asshole for even bringing that up.
I'm sorry, man. God dang, man, that shit was too funny.
It was so inappropriately funny. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay against the Vision, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I'm looking forward to it because I love the Usos when they get together, but there is dissension within the squad.
What do you think's going to go on with that, man? Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Are they going to try to do an injury angle with Jay so he can go be with his bride for a while when the kid gives birth or something? Are they going to try to do something like that?
Well, I don't know. I've definitely heard two different things. People saying that, and it's just hearsay or just people that's making shit up or booking their own stuff in their heads or whatever. But it makes sense that one of them is Jay is he's going to like turn into a Roman Reigns kind of character, right?
Oh.
And it's going to be, setting up a Uso, Jay, and Roman down the road. And I could see that,
Haven't they done the brothers against each other? And wasn't it like not that great?
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be that. He might, if he turns on Jimmy, I don't think it's going to be a Jimmy versus Jay kind of thing. But you know what, man? In the same breath, I agree with that. About the kind of running its course with the Jimmy versus Jay thing. Even though it's not going to be Jimmy versus Jay per se, but the whole turning on each other thing, that is definitely getting old. If you're going to put them together, put them back together. If not, then just keep them separate.
Yeah. I'm just like this. I think that is my favorite tag team of all time in the WWE for sure.
Yeah.
It was. I think Corey Graves did say maybe the best tag team in WWE history.
Yeah,
I heard him say that. So
I heard that too.
CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. That's going to be, I think, amazing.
It should be.
There's nobody that's over as AJ Lee is right now. No,
it's amazing, man.
Body. What an golly.
But explain something to me, man. Please explain something to me. Okay. And maybe I'm missing something on this, but tell me why 10 years ago was the last time AJ Lee was on TV with WWE, and all these people, even seemingly younger females that I saw making all these videos when she was coming back that looked like they were maybe 12 years old or something when she was out, back 10 years ago. They may be early 20s, mid 20s now making the videos. They knew who AJ Lee was, but I saw Wheezy Blonde make a video. You may have seen this just today, saying that she's having to explain to all these people, her followers or whatever, about the whole Bailey and the hugging thing. They didn't understand that. It's like they don't remember that Bailey. How do you not remember that Bailey? But you, millions of people remember AJ Lee.
That was dangerous, by the way, when Bailey was hugging on because she was jumping on him, and like those cheeks are right there. Like I mean, if you're a dude and and you're trying to support her weight, it's just fairly natural that it would go to this. And it's like, oh man,
I just didn't want you to fall.
Okay, lawsuit. You're fucked. It's on camera. No, I was trying to support the weight. And by the way, that's a lot of the weight is. It's quite a bit of weight.
In a good way.
If she falls, she won't get hurt, though. There's plenty of padding.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, because if you were 10 years ago, you're 17 now. Other than your parents telling you that it was cool, or your older brother or sister telling you like it was cool when AJ did this, I don't know. I
Wouldn't
can't.
they be on the same like timeline?
Yeah,
Wasn't she doing the hugging 10 years ago?
Particularly if you're like a young girl, and young girls were super into Bailey when she was doing all the streamers and the hugging and all that shit.
That was what I thought she was who she was trying to attract. Was that group of people?
This is back when you used to get mad at me because I was talking about her butt back then. But now that she's aged enough and she's not appealing toward young girls, you're okay with it.
It helped. Well,
like
you're right. You're right.
The rest of her body can be babyface, but that ass is straight heel. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I can say.
It's always been like that. Her face is just aged a little more now, and I don't mean that in a disparaging way. I mean that in a nice.
She looks like an adult. She looks like an adult female.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, a match that no one is really talking about, and Cody Rhodes is once again kind of being. Cody's like really getting paid, and he's so over and everything, but he's kind of getting short shrift on a bunch of shit, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. I just don't understand this feud, man. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I mean, I like Drew, I like Cody, but I don't get the feud.
Cena versus Lesnar in the singles match. That's the last appearance for John Cena on something. I don't know. Is it Madison? Is this Madison Square Garden? No, it's Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, yeah.
This is not his. It's maybe his last PLE appearance, because I think the last appearance is going to be the Saturday night's main event in December. Maybe I guess he could be a Survivor Series, but I don't.
Yeah. I don't know who he would go up against in Survivor Series that would top Brock.
I don't either. That'd be tough. 3 words: Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It says John Cena's last WWE appearance is set for December 13th, 2025, Saturday night's main event. Although his final in-person show will probably be in New York. It'll be in New York City, November 17th, 2025 for Monday Night Raw. So they've got him scheduled for the 17th, November 17th for Monday Night Raw in MSG. And then Saturday night's main event in December, and then that's it.
I don't think he's going to be a Survivor Series then, because Survivor Series is usually the weekend of WrestleCade.
Yeah, that makes sense. He might have something going on with his schedule, like filming something else or doing something. Because he's, they jam his freaking schedule full of everything. Let's see. Oh no, it says here it is part of his farewell tour. So they got him for something in November 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's November. Here's what they got. Jesus Christ. WrestlePalooza coming up Saturday. October the 11th, Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. How did Crown Jewel?
Okay. Don't call it Crown Jewel if it's on. Don't.
Let me just say this to the WWE and take you. What are you doing running a show in a place that's not a terrorist state? Okay, we only want you guys running overseas shows at something called Crown Jewel at a place with a verifiable terrorist royal family.
Like Libya.
You guys can't pick a fucking lane. We're going to be back. We're going to go over here. We're going to have the guys over here, and we're going to be. But no, we're going to go to Australia, where they have things like, I don't know, gun control and universal health care. Wait, pick a lane, you motherfucker.
How about the Democratic Republic of Congo? Why don't we have a show there?
You guys, what the fuck? What are you doing? Raw, Boston, Massachusetts, November the 10th. Raw, MSG, November the 17th. Survivor Series the 29th. And that'll be WrestleCade weekend, by the way.
Yes.
As always.
It always does. Yeah. Always is.
That's when I closed my computer and you were like, hey, CM Punk came. What? And then finally, December the 13th, final match on Saturday night's main event. So after Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more appearances.
Literally a handful of appearances.
This TKO company is fucking bizarre. They are a bizarre bunch of. I don't get it.
I don't know if this kind of mentality, and what I'm talking about mentality as far as like what we're talking about earlier, as far as
the bro MAGA mentality.
Yeah, the bro MAGA mentality coupled with the maximizing the dollar mentality, all, you know, combine all that shit. That's got a shelf life, man. I just don't think that can sustain for so long, because people are just going to get fed. People are getting fed up now between all the damn switching around, trying to find the platform to find a pay-per-view and all, you know, between all that shit and the way they're, you know, out pricing the people to for shows and stuff, moving the shows, moving WrestleMania for heaven's sakes it can't sustain, man. It will not sustain. Somehow, some way, the straw will break.
Oh, but there are so many things that are going on now that I thought wouldn't be sustainable, and yet they march on.
Well, I guess when I say sustainable, I don't really know how. I don't know what the parameters of that sustainability is, but I just don't see how it can stay that way for very long. Because I mean, after what? Who's buying $37,000 platinum tickets to these PLEs, man?
To a lot of these guys who are like super Republican WWE guys and they're hardcore MMA bros and, you know, Joe Rogan fanatics and shit, even at some point they have to figure out, oh, it looks like the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting fucked.
It's not rocket science. I'm sorry.
It's being paraded in front of your face. And I mean, I've been wrong so far, but I'm betting heavily as far as like the economy turning sour, because I, again, don't think it's sustainable. You're seeing all the stories about the farmers getting screwed and about inflationary prices going up and about just the employment, you know, all of that shit's happening, but it still rolls on as of right now. And if the economy goes in the shitter, then they'll have to make some adjustments on their pricing. They'll just have to.
They'll have to.
Even those idiots can figure that out. But yes, what you're saying makes sense logically, but in the world we live in, logic and wisdom and all that shit does not, it doesn't have a home here.
That's why it's exhausting, man. That's why everything is exhausting.
Every day.
Every day.
Fucking day. And oh boy, I can't wait. Which city is the National Guard going to pick up trash in next? When are we getting Greenland as a country? Oh,
20-1 Buffalo. 20-1 Buffalo. Come on, who's got it?
The Department of Labor, now the Department of Shit. Okay, sounds great. That's what we're doing.
The Department of Workforce.
It's gotten so bad here in America. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene has at times over the past few months made sense. That's how fucked up this country is right now.
Yeah, it is la palooza. It is just la la land, man.
So weird. Any closing thoughts on another award-winning episode of Katie Vick is Alive?
I don't know how much I'll be able to see of either one of those this weekend.
Yeah.
But I'll probably watch at least the WWE, because it's part of my plan and it doesn't cost me any extra to watch it. So I'll probably watch that when I get back from work on Saturday. So I hope you sent me an article about how they could possibly have some issues with the old ESPN deal with that.
If you're a subscriber, to, like, I think YouTube TV is one of them and Sling is maybe the other one. Their subscribers cannot access the extra content with ESPN, and unless they do some, you know, fancy footwork between now and Saturday, or somebody clues them in as to what a VPN is.
Stephanie McMahon will do that for them.
Again, I just have to conclude that Netflix doesn't give a shit. Like I would want, that'd be a hilarious phone call. Have some of the guys at ESPN call up the people at Netflix and go, could you guys block like people from America trying to get in on a VPN? Could you do that to watch Netflix? They're like, nah, we're good. We're kind of okay with people paying 12 or 15 or 18 or 20 or $30 for their Netflix subscription and then using that overseas in Australia or Glasgow or Toronto in order to watch your WWE content. We're okay with it. We're kind of okay with that.
So anyway,
if you'd like to get into some real conspiracy theories, if Netflix, you know, invests or buys one of the big VPNs, whether it's Surfshark or Nord or whoever it is, and that would be pretty wild.
That would be interesting,
wouldn't it? Though,
how would you deal with that? That's crazy. That might be a good thing, though. That would be a good thing. I think
if Dana White can go running up to the White House,
maybe that he can go cry after the big match, the big MMA match they're going to have there on July 4th or whatever the fuck.
What is a VPN? Does it stand for very pedophile nude? Then I'm into it. I don't know what a VPN is. I've got a VPN and he's a piece of shit. I've got a VP and he sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either.
I don't know. When JD Vance becomes president, and then all the Bill Ackmans and the Peter Thiels go to him and tell him to ban it, he'll go, okay, I don't understand it, but it's banned. If you're someone who doesn't want to lose their job or their career, you probably should use a VPN right now, and probably start using apps like WhatsApp and stuff like that, because I don't know if the government is scouring stuff to look for shit that you might have said about Charlie Kirk. I don't know that that's not happening. I don't know that Pam Bondi and stupid ass incompetent Kash Patel, I don't know that they're looking through messages trying to just get people canceled or just completely fucked.
I know, man. It's 1980. George Orwell is turning over in his grave.
If you use WhatsApp, I don't know that Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't like take a call from dipshit, go,
hey, can you just send me all the supposedly decoded messages of people that were having a big laugh over Charlie Kirk?
And then Zuckerberg be like, okay. Just trot the list up to him. I don't know.
Having a big laugh.
America in 2025. Bryant is followable on the social media. Stanley Jackson 23 on TikTok. We've kicked that deal down to December. We're going to make the TikTok deal in December, according to the White House.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they're going to kick that down the road till December. So it's not
2 weeks, not 2 weeks.
Everything's 2 weeks. Gonna be 2 weeks.
He's also followable on Threads and on Instagram, Dad of Stanley, DAD of Stanley. On Blue Sky, he is there the twos, THEYRE, there the twos. .bsky.social. I am Britt Whitmire on Blue Sky. I am real Britt Whitmire on Threads and on Instagram, and that should be good enough for any of you. And as always, thank you for your support. Till next time, fans. We'll see you ringside.